Hey guys, welcome back to the Jesus and K podcast. We just finished evangelizing with the bigger group. Now Rose is going to share her testimony, which I'm excited for. If it's a little noisy, it's because we're at a food court. So my apologies for that. And sorry, deal with it. I'm just kidding. Anyways, go ahead, Rose. Start with like your background. Why are you looking at me like that? Start with your background. Like before, did you like grow up going to church?
I did grow up going to church. My dad's side of the family, they're Catholic.
Okay.
And then my mom's side, my mom, she's personally very like Christian, like hardcore Christian. And the churches I grew up in weren't the best. They were not the best example for someone growing up learning to love Christ, because they didn't really teach about Christ. So I was like, I grew up to not like the church because of their actions. And then they would make fun of me because of how I was, because I was like a little tomboy, and they would make fun of me for being a little tomboy. Now look at me, I'm not a tomboy.
I know, she's like so girly now.
But I was a tomboy, and they would make fun of me for it. So I grew up to not like any church, and I wanted to leave as soon as I was 18. And then I went to Heroes, and Ceci, bro, I was so mean. Ceci would come, and
She told me, dude, my pastora once took me home, and then she was like, oh, you and Rose have been getting super close. And then I was like, oh yeah, like, she's nice and whatever, right? And then she was like, you should have met her when she first came to church. That girl's looks can kill. And I was like, oh, maybe it's good that I didn't meet her.
I would death stare at everybody. I would give people the dirtiest looks, and they would come and they would be like, oh my gosh, hi, you're new. Hi, what's your name? And I would be like, and I'd walk away. I wouldn't even say hi. I was mean. I was evil. I was evil.
Out of church is crazy.
Out
They're
of
probably
church
like,
No, and then people kept coming towards me, and I don't know, I just started opening up, even though I was still going through my own stuff. I started opening up a bit to the church, and this is where my testimony starts. that was just the background. So I had gone through things as a kid, things that were not okay, and I grew up to be very depressed. I had anxiety. My anxiety would literally cause pain to my body. I would be in the hospital because I was in so much pain, and they couldn't find anything wrong, and they took me to a therapist, and she's like, oh yeah, it's your anxiety. What you mean my anxiety is making me in pain? And I had bad anxiety. I had severe depression. I felt that I didn't belong in my family, in my school, in my church. It was my fault I didn't belong in my church. I was like,
she was like, get away from me now.
Yeah, it was my fault. I felt I didn't belong.
She would bite. Actually, that's so late.
So I just felt like I didn't belong, even though I did. And my family, they were always there for me, but I still felt that I didn't belong. So it was just me being weird. I was like, I don't belong. Yet they were all like, you have a place here.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was just going through things, and then my parents were always going through a divorce, then not going through a divorce. So I was like, is this what love is?
What's happening here?
Yeah, are we getting the divorce or not? They're not divorced. My parents are happily Jesus healed that. Yeah, Jesus healed that. But yeah, it was just an on and off thing of we're leaving, we're not. So I just felt that I didn't have a stable place. And one night I would cut myself, and it was so bad. I would plan on killing myself. I would write letters, and the next day I would read them. I'd be like,
who wrote this thing? What corny person wrote this thing? I know I used to write stuff too, and I was like, bro, why did I write this?
Bro, I would literally write letters if I was gonna kill myself, and then I'd be like, okay, next. And then one night I was just like, I'm done. I just wanted to die. And I didn't even write letters. That's how bad it was. I was just I'm doing it. I don't care whoever finds me, this and this. Speaking a little loud.
I mean, you kind of have to.
Yeah. And then I was on medication because all the pain I was in for my anxiety. So I had
Yeah, I saw that too. Sorry. We were being eyed, so we were kind of like. Anyways.
Anyways,
I mean, who isn't gonna eye someone
So,
with a
I had-
stand and a phone and mics connected to them? Like,
they're
come
outside
on.
the window.
Are they really? Should we say hi?
No, they're leaving.
Did they say hi? I saw someone wave. Why are you laughing so
I
hard?
saw someone wave too.
Oh, what you? Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Continue.
Yeah.
Action. Seriousness.
He waved back. He looked back away.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah.
Imagine they come right here. They're just like.
Okay, yeah, but I had pills in my room, and it was maybe I shouldn't say the number, but it was you can add the numbers. I took that much amount of ibuprofen, and I had other pills, and I took that. I finished like 2 whole bottles of pills.
That you just like with water or like.
Yeah, with water.
I don't know. I drink pills without water sometimes. That's why.
I can't even swallow pills. I can't swallow pills, and I swallowed all those somehow. Like that's how bad I wanted them. And yeah, I laid in bed. I didn't even text anyone. I didn't text.
I have a question. When you had the pills, did you feel something right away, or was it just like it just?
I did. I felt like droopy. I was like, and I just laid in bed, and I was like, okay, this is it. Bye guys. And I didn't even text like no one.
Why'd you say it like that, bro?
Dude, guys, I'm like trying to I'm gonna start crying. Yeah, so I didn't text no one about it. I was just like, okay, this is it. And I laid in bed and I was like, cause I knew about God, but I never knew how to pray. Like I'm telling you, like the way I grew up, the churches I went to, they didn't teach me nothing about God. Like I knew him, like oh yeah, I love him, like that's God. But I didn't know who he was. I didn't have a relationship with him until I went to Heroes, like. Pastor, the youth nights, they would preach about stuff.
Speaking of Heroes, sorry.
I love Heroes.
We love Heroes. If you guys want to check out Heroes page, it's Heroes Church on Instagram. That's literally it. Heroes Church, and then it's like Heroes Church Youth too. I was gonna get my phone out. That's my phone. My phone's right there. Anyways, but yeah, it's Heroes Church Youth for like 12-year-olds to like 20 or like 30, I would say.
Heroes.
I don't know, it's kind of blurry. I don't know. But yeah, if you guys want to follow that, keep updated on the church. If you guys don't have a church family, you're more than welcome. It is located in Fontana. I know that I'm from Anaheim, so I don't know if more people from my area watch or just like all over. But yeah. Anyways, continue.
Anyways, yeah, so I didn't know how to pray or anything, so I laid in bed and I knew him, but I was like, is he even there? So I just I said in my head, I didn't even speak it out loud. I just
I know, she got awkward, guys.
Yeah, so I had said in my head, I was like, if you're even there, like prove yourself. Guys, don't tell Jesus to prove yourself, he will. He will show up right that moment. So I went to bed. He was like, boo. Yeah, so I went to bed and I woke up the next morning and I'm like,
so what was all that for?
what have you? And because obviously the amount I took, I did my research. I knew what would take me out.
Yeah.
So when I woke up, I was like, why am I still here?
Yeah.
And I remember just like feeling the need to pray. I didn't even know how to pray, but I just felt it. And I was still laying in bed. I didn't even get up. I was still laying down. So I'm just laying in my bed, right? And I closed my eyes. Because I knew that. I knew how to close my eyes to pray.
I'm okay, thank you. Dude, this kid, guys, this kid just oh my gosh, he's funny for that. He's in the corner and he's like, and I was like, I'm okay, thank you. He was like, I was like, I'm okay. He's funny for that.
Anyways, so we're getting distracted.
I know, it's because since we're in the food court, and there's a door right here too. So Billy's Coffee, so people are walking in and then out. I don't know. And then there's a window right here and we see people, so it's funny. Anyways, continuing.
Okay, so I didn't know how to pray. So I was laying in bed and I just started praying and I was like, I don't know why I'm still here. With the amount I took, I should have been gone. I shouldn't be in this world. I should be and I remember I didn't even know he could speak to you. That's how blind I was. And then I just remember hearing in my head, second chance.
Yeah.
And I start sobbing. And I go to the bathroom and I just throw everything up, and it was bad.
Wait, that's crazy.
I threw everything up, like, that doesn't make sense. Yeah, so I just threw everything up. I flushed the toilet. My parents still don't know I did this.
So, like, should I post it? No, I'm just kidding.
No, it's okay. Once I posted it, like, on
Wait,
TikTok,
didn't
they
they
saw.
know?
On TikTok. Once
Yeah.
I posted it on TikTok, that's when they saw.
So they knew.
So it took, like, 4 years,
6,
5,
7 years.
6, 7 years.
Did they, when they saw it on TikTok, what was, like, is that why they got mad, you think?
Yeah.
Because I know she posted it on TikTok, and then her mom got mad at her, and I was like, but it's a testimony. But now I know why, because I know when I was cutting myself like years ago, my mom got mad, and I was like, you don't react that way, bro, that just makes it worse. But yeah, I know my mom got mad, but that was, now that I think about it, that's probably why she got
Probably. No,
was
but
like-
I had her second chance. I started crying. And ever since that day, I just decided to live for Christ. That's when I went to church. And I just like boom, like I was like,
Dude, she
I was,
transformed.
bro, I genuinely transformed. I was talking to
If you see
everyone.
her yearbook pictures, she transformed.
Bro, if you see how I look, my 8th grade to right now, you would be like,
You're
that's-
like, yeah, she got the Jesus glow, bro. Now
I had Jesus. Yeah, but now
it's funny because like you see like sad, like you can see the sadness.
I
of
was
her,
like-
and then you see like the next year it's like still sad, and the next year it's like a little like
I'm like
a little lighter, and then it's like, and then it gets lighter and lighter, and then you see the process in photos, and it's so funny to me because she showed me that, and I was like, what the heck? Why is it so
Who's
visible?
that?
I know, why is it so visible? But
Yeah, but now I'm a teacher at church. I'm gonna become a youth preacher, and I want to
Wait.
do way more.
Do you want to tell them how like that was like a what's it called? That was prophesied to you. The
Oh.
youth- yeah.
Youth preacher. Okay, so like 2-3 years.
Oh, he's on camera. I've inspired him, guys. I'm just kidding.
Next YouTuber out there. We're gonna
Next
make him
YouTuber. We're gonna make him an evangelist. Okay.
Okay, yeah, like 2-3 years ago, it was at a summer camp, and it was still when I was kind of iffy with my relationship. Like I had already like gone through my testimony, but I was still scared to open up because I was like, what if people judge me? So I was lukewarm, and I remember Prophet Isai, he came because I wasn't even at the altar. I was in my chair.
Bro
I was
said
in the
God's
back, and I
calling
was
you.
like that. I was like, how do you even pray? Like, cause to that day, I still didn't know how to pray.
Bro.
So he came to me, and he was like, I see what you're gonna be, and I was like, I stared at him because I was like,
Who
what
are
do
you?
mean? Yeah, and he was like, you're gonna become a youth preacher. And I stared at him, and I literally shook my head. I was like, no, I'm not. He was like, you're gonna become a youth preacher.
Did they say hi? It's because they did.
They wait.
It's because the kids that did the camera thing, like were like talking to us from the corner, they just walked past again. So I was like, what, okay.
Yeah, but he was like, you're gonna
The
become.
girls turned around at the camera. Okay, sorry, I'm getting off it. Continue. I get distracted
Once
really
they
easily.
come, I'm like, what was I saying?
Imagine they come and imagine they all have testimonies and then they're just like,
But me too. Let me sit here
Okay,
next.
okay, go.
Okay, yeah, he was like, you're gonna become a youth preacher, and I shook my head no. And he was like, you're gonna become a youth preacher when the timing is right. And I like felt God's presence, and I started crying, and he was like,
Was that the first time you felt it?
that's the first time I ever got prophesied.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't the first time I ever got like when you get prophesied, you get like so like filled. You're like shaking. You're like, what do
Yeah,
you mean?
because it's
like
It's like you don't you're like, nah, it's not gonna happen. But the thing is, it is gonna happen, and you don't know it yet. But like God knows it, so it's like you feel it.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
And I was just like shaking, and at the time I still felt so alone. Like I was like I was more open, but I still felt like alone inside. And he was like, that loneliness will go away. And he was like, can I get my wife to hug you? I broke down in her arms. She hugged me, and I started sobbing. And
Did the loneliness go away?
it started to go away. Like some days it still comes, but I'm like, bro, the enemy's trying to get me, bro. Just like shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's my testimony.
him.
Yeah, when I tell people about it, they're like, I would never think that of you. I'm like, thank you. Like,
Why is that a compliment?
it's a compliment because they're like,
yeah,
they see how I am now, and they're like,
Yeah.
I would have never expected that from you.
Yeah, I know. I've heard so many testimonies where like people are like, I meet them when they're new already, and people are like super happy and super joyful and stuff, and then they're like, oh yeah, they like speak about the worst things they've been through, and be like, oh, okay.
I know I went through bad things as a kid, but I feel like God healed me from that. So when people ask me, like my testimony, that my suicidalness, that's the biggest thing in my head. Like there's other things that led me more and more to Christ, but when I think of my testimony,
You think of the
I think of
Yeah.
of when I literally was supposed to be dead, but I got that second chance.
Yeah. I know. Yeah. Wait, I just lost what I was gonna say, and it was in my head. I know I was suicide. I know I was gonna stab myself once.
I
was
cut
gonna-
myself, and they called 911 on me.
What? Dude. Oh, actually, I don't know if I'm gonna say this.
Okay, let me. I would cut myself. And my mom.
The funny thing is that she's laughing about this. It's not like it wasn't serious.
I'm
like,
trying not to cry. And my dad was the one that saw it. And my dad was the one that saw it. And he told my mom. And my mom called 911 on me. And the ambulance came, the firefighters came, and they were speaking to me, and I was like, I was
please
annoyed.
get out of here.
No, and they put me in the ambulance and they tied me down. As if I was a crazy person. And we get to the hospital, and they're like, we're gonna put you in the psych ward.
You're lying. They said that.
There were like 3 days and 3 nights.
Did you go? Did you end up
No,
going?
I told them, I was like, God forgave me for this, but I lied to them. Because they were like, are you suicidal? And I was like, no. I lied to them because I didn't want to go to the psych ward.
No, I wouldn't want to go on the psych ward.
Yeah, I
either.
lied to them. They were like, are you okay? And I lied to them and I was like, no, like, I'm okay. Like, it was just something at the moment. It just happened, you know?
Yeah.
And they were like, okay, since, like, it just seems like you got into an argument with your mom, so we're gonna, like, let you go back home. And I remember going back home.
And you got an argument with your mom.
I got into an argument with my mom. No, I remember getting home, and once I went to my room, I started crying, and I was like, because I had already, like, that's when already, like, my second chance already happened, my testimony already happened. But I was still, like, in that mind
Yeah.
set, but it wasn't, like, as bad as before. So when I got home, I was like, bro, God's disappointed in me. There's, like, I literally was like, I'm so stupid. Why would I do that? And then the next day, it was a Sunday. I went to church, and God encountered me at the altar. And since that day, I've never had like another like horrible suicidal
Oh my
thought.
gosh, you just reminded me of something. You know that's very similar to what happened to me?
Yeah.
Oh, she knows. Wait, how do you know?
You've told me.
What did I tell you?
Girl, you've told me so much things.
Yeah, I have a lot of mini testimonies, guys. I go through something every month. Anyways, there's this. I think I shared this with you guys too in another video. I don't know if I shared them. There's the first night of glory in Anaheim, and this is when I was really getting close to God. I told you about this.
Yeah, I think so.
She's like, let me read. Oh, I gotta ask her. I'm not gonna ask her. I was gonna ask her if she's going to the church event. I'm not gonna ask her in this video. Anyways, right. So this is when I was really getting close to the goddess, and I was like, okay, I can't do this on my own. Blah 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 blah. So I was like, okay, let me give this whole God thing a chance, right? So this was like when I was like the enemy kept like telling me like, oh, like you've done too much, like you're not worthy, blah blah blah, like you've done the unforgivable sin, blah 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 blah. I can see you staring at me through the camera. You're like, and then so it was like in my head 24/7, over and over and over, and it was like irritating, you know. So I was like, bro. And then they had the night of glory, and my mom was like, hey, do you want to go? Like pastor's coming down from Fontana. And then I was like, oh yeah, sure, why not? Since you know I was getting close to God, so I was like, sure, why not? So I went. And then he did an altar call, and I went to the altar call, and he comes to me, bro, full on filled with the spirit, man's anointed and everything, puts his hand on me, and then he whispers in my ears, and he's like, those are lies from the enemy. And I was like, yo, I ain't tell no one this. Who snitched on me?
Jesus did.
Jesus, why you snitching on me? And so I was like, bro. And then he started like, what's it called? Rebuking it out of me. He started he started rebuking it out of me and stuff. And then I literally ended up falling, like literally on my back. And then someone caught me obviously, and then he's still praying for me, bro. Like he's like literally like I'm getting dragged across the ground. Like I mean, so for real. And then I kid you not though, ever since that day, like it's been gone. Like it's literally been gone. And I'm just like, whoa, that's like crazy. But yeah, that's the beginning of me, because I don't know. You guys know my testimony. It's on the first video I posted. Anyways.
But there's like, what people don't realize is that it's not always gonna be a perfect vlog.
Yeah.
Like you're still gonna have like mini testimonies that happen during your vlog. Like, girl,
I have a mini testimony every month. I think she do too, Loki. We're going through it, guys. I'm just kidding. No, but I feel like after every mini testimony, I feel like we've grown a lot to be able to say no to certain things now. Because when I first met her, I couldn't say no to certain things. Like,
bro, she dealt with me and she was like, say no, and I was like,
you're like, yes. I know that when it came to relationship with guys, I couldn't say no right away because since I was SA'd at a young for like years, I was like, that was just what I thought love was. So like I was always with guys, so it's been hard to get out of that habit to continually like just get with any guy. So I know when I first met her, I was still struggling with that. Like, no, I shouldn't be in this. No, I shouldn't be in that. Because I know God would tell me too. It was someone waved. Like, you know, someone waved. I just saw it. I don't know. I'm gonna look back at this, but I
saw a hand.
I know. I saw that too. Anyways, I know that. Where was I?
When you met me.
Oh yeah, when I met her, it was like I was struggling with it still, and then over time, like as our friendship grew, I was able to say no to certain. I was able to say no now to certain.
And I would help her
guys.
say no. I'd be like, bro,
No,
you better stop.
Because it's funny because we struggle with the same thing too. So when I met her, she was having like guy problems. And when she met
with
me,
one dude.
I was having guy problems with one dude. Who's that in the back?
I was struggling with one person.
Me too. It was just like, it was irritating because we knew right from wrong, but it's just like you're so into that habit, you know, that you like can't say no at times.
Bro, it was so bad. I had to talk to my pastor about it.
I remember that. I feel like as you grow and feed your spirit more, your flesh will slowly begin to be like weaker and weaker. So
God sent me my husband.
Whoa. Whoa, not that fast.
No, guys, I'm so young.
I want my husband though, Loki. Okay, anyways.
Anyways,
Loki, people get married young though. I'm very jealous. Not jealous, but I was like, look at you, bro.
I would want to do that.
I want to get married young.
Get married at 15.
Oh, I don't want to get
I'm
married
past
that
15,
young.
I'm joking.
I don't want to get married that young.
Yeah, I feel like 15 is crazy.
I want to get married is 25.
I'm not getting married after 25. My plan is, if I'm not married by 25, I'm adopting kids and staying single the rest of my life.
My latest is 25. Like, that's it. That's the limit.
Once I turn 25, if there's no one, I'm adopting a kid.
I'm no longer in the register after 25.
Once I turn 25, I'm off limits.
And then God's like, watch.
He sent someone at 40.
I know. Stop, don't say that. But yeah, that's Rose's testimony that I've been wanting to share with you guys for a very, very long time.
It just hasn't happened.
Yeah.
Till today. If the audio's good.
Stop. I know the mic died on us, so
we just have it there.
We just have it there to have it there, but it died on us. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this mini testimony that Rose shared. Is there any advice you want to give them before I close it out?
Any advice?
Yeah, like,
what advice do I need to hear?
Bro.
Okay, if I was like, okay, I need to think of like my past self, because that's not me. That's my dad. That's like
the speed face.
Like, that's not me. That I literally had a new life.
I'm very addicted to doing the speed face. It's like, I always do it. It's
No,
so bad.
I was literally reborn. So when I mentioned my testimony back then, that's not me anymore. That's like, whoa, that's gone. I think I felt that I was so alone and had nobody, but because of selfish reasons, because I did have people, I was just like, I was just selfish, and people don't realize that they could be so, oh, I'm so lonely, when they have somebody, and I feel like that's just selfishness, and I feel like you just need to learn to love yourself first before you try to love others. Because if you get into a relationship with someone and you don't fully love yourself, you'll be dependent on them, and you'll just always go to them for reassurance, and when they don't give you that reassurance, it's gonna break you. And when they go and do other things, like if you're not firm on yourself, it's just gonna ruin your relationship with them. And if that person isn't the one for you, it's gonna ruin you. You're gonna go down.
She's going bar after bar after bar, situation after situation, figuring every freaking circumstance out.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Okay. I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. I love you. Jesus loves you way more. And then I hope you guys have a beautiful morning, evening, day,
Night.
or night. Oh, you know.
Hey.
Okay, bye.